The Backrooms. Welcome to your new home. Level 234. Detention Dimension. Survival difficulty. Class 5. Unsafe, unsecure, entity infestation. Immediately upon no-clipping into this gloomy forest by mistake, an overpowering stench almost made me faint. Animal eyes and fangs appeared in the foliage before me. The brawny form of a werewolf stepped forward, its fur losing the chameleonic appearance and returning to natural gray. I envisioned my demise, the living flesh ripped from my bones, eviscerated. Without warning, the beast fell to the ground, as if under a great weight, and I passed out, waking up safe and sound in the Meg Outpost's sanctuary. Hannah Kaminsky, aspiring writer, freelance messenger, and delivery service. Warning! 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 Image caption. Level 234 escape portal. Meg archives. This is a top priority message. Glitches and no-clipping have resulted in a disproportionate number being sent to a particular location on level 234. Wanderers that find themselves along this desolate trail in a dark forest must head quickly and quietly toward the visible outline of the luminous square. The portal will blink red as they approach. When the square glows green again, they can hurry through it and follow the lighted tunnel to a safer place on the surface level. The friendly and courteous staff at the Major Explorer Group Outpost Sanctuary are waiting for lost wanderers there. They will perform first aid, if necessary, make supplies available, and direct travelers to safety. This is a newly discovered level. Preliminary findings are not positive. Wanderers described level 234 as, quote, a jigsaw puzzle of ecosystems glued together with liminal overload, end quote, or an, quote, emotional minefield, end quote. Even experienced Backrooms travelers call this place, quote-unquote, horribly wrong. The paranoia of, quote-unquote, being watched is crippling. A few missteps can set off a powerful explosion of negativity and helplessness, instantly surpassing the trauma caused by the sightless seers of level 365, your worst enemy. Feelings boom in the mind like mental ordnance. The eruption of emotional magma contains toxic levels of fear, sadness, guilt, disgust, and loneliness. Other states of mind defy description and treatment. In addition to these mental assaults, a number of bodies that were clearly victims of non-human attacks and damaged beyond recognition have been recovered. Topographically speaking, the terrain is relatively flat, with thorny fields, deserts, ruined forests, and very shallow lakes, less than 3 meters deep, taking turns ruling the surface. Landscapes are painted with both an angelic and demonic brush, sometimes overlapping. There are also scattered domes, tens of meters in diameter, made of heavy glass, with movement barely visible on the inside. The glass is impossibly thick and wickedly unclear. Something is moving in there, but that is all that can be determined. According to one wanderer, striking the dome brings, quote-unquote, instant karma. He was escorted to the ground by an invisible force and could not move until released. Addendum for authorized personnel only. Survival difficulty. Class Omega. Hidden documentation, protected information, hazardous energies. This is the information given to the Meg by the Mur. Planes of existence were created beyond space and time to confine the most dangerous criminals and beings across the multiverse. Diabolical sabotage during a failed escape attempt sent one such penal colony crashing into the spatio-temporal reality and linear time known to us as the Backrooms. Given the circumstances, there are no plans or proposals to attempt unrealizable repairs and return this detention dimension to its original state. The prison population here is secure, and their housing is self-sufficient. Level 234 is composed of an external layer and 3 subterranean layers. The surface layer includes the living quarters for the many prisoners, and is secured by an energy field. Creatures with different atmospheric needs are kept safe in the airtight domes. Image caption. Upper Cavern, Meg Archives. The Upper Cavern controls life support and security systems for the surface, and it has tunnels leading outside of the energy fields for maintenance. In this illustration, we see the lighted tunnel that leads to the surface layer, and Major Explorer Group Outpost Sanctuary. Image caption, Middle Cavern, Meg Archives. This middle cavern creates all nourishment and necessities for the inmates. Image caption, Lower Cavern, Meg Archives. The lower cavern generates the vast amount of gravitational, electromagnetic, and psychic energies needed to power all systems. 3 quote-unquote mysteries on this level have been solved. Number 1, the suffocating sensation of, quote-unquote, being watched is very real. It is caused by the mur constantly monitoring the surface with visual, sonic, and astral surveillance. Number 2, malfunctioning teleportation targeting lenses are responsible for hijacking the large number of no-clips. Attempts are being made to isolate and disengage the damaged mechanisms. Number 3, various localized energy fields, including gravitons, are produced and focused at the surface layer for reasons of security, behavioral control, and conditioning. These energies have varying negative effects on the mental and physical health and wellness of humans. Note, see Entity Number 1, the humans. Efforts in this regard are underway to minimize the use of such fields in specific locations. Recommendations. The Mur, as stewards of this penal colony, are adamant that their presence here remain hidden. The multiverse is teeming with life forms. Not all life is advanced. Not all advanced life possesses moral virtue. These Mur recognize Andoon as an enlightened being and trust her. She trusts them. I trust Anne's instincts and judgment. As displaced citizens from the front rooms who flounder in our efforts to understand the nature of these back rooms, we are now confronted by intelligences with detailed knowledge of, and interaction with, innumerable worlds and realities over countless eons. The Mur, no longer concealed beyond space and time, are vulnerable. They are concerned that any threat to them would also be a threat to us. We therefore recommended that access to information remain limited to the inherent danger of level 234, and the tactics necessary to avoid peril. The truth about the nature of this level shall be divulged on a strict need-to-know basis. Signed, Dr. John Reinhardt, Ph.D., Meg Team Epiphany. Bases, outposts, and communities. The Major Explorer Group operates Outpost Sanctuary on level 234, outside of the dangerous region. 9 specialists, working rotation shifts, can provide lost wanderers with food and provisions, minor medical treatment, temporary rest, and relative safety. Exclusive entities. The entities documented thus far are unique and seem exclusive to this level. They include a canid with incredible powers of camouflage, a razor-toothed avian carnivore, and a timid amphibious humanoid. Wanderers are advised to avoid entities here at all costs. Until more information becomes available, Wanderers are also warned not to engage with other Wanderers discovered on this level until further notice. Addendum for authorized personnel only. There are 96 species imprisoned on this penal colony. All are serving life sentences. Unless they are hungry or bored, many inmates ignore Wanderers to avoid punishment. More information about the Mur and the 4 species that frequently visit the area where almost all Wanderers end up after no-clipping to this level is provided below. The names given to these entities are approximations of phonetic spellings. Andoon received this knowledge telepathically from the Mur. Certain liberties are used here since some words cannot be accurately reconstructed using human language and pronunciation. Image caption: Mur are the jailers of level 234, Meg Archives. The plural of Mur is Mur. They were created in another realm long before our universe, Big Bang or otherwise, came into being. Crafted from purest gold, they are about 1 meter, 40 inches, in diameter, and weigh more than 2 tons. When levitating, Mur weigh as much as a soap bubble. In addition to levitation, they are quite adept at telepathy, ergokinesis, materialization, and psychokinesis. Mur have mastered control of gravity. They can increase the gravity experienced by one or more inmates. The intensity of the localized gravitational field can be employed to immobilize prisoners or discipline them. Quote, "We are not talking about robotics and artificial intelligence here," end quote, says Andune. Quote, "Mur are fractal beings composed of living metal. They are both sentient and spiritual. Only 9 Mur supervise this entire level." End quote. Image caption: Varg, Meg Archives. Vargs are common on many worlds and realities across the multiverse, thanks to relentless exploration and material occupation. Although they can stand fully erect at an average of 243 centimeters, 8 feet, their posture betrays their stature. They are astute and ferocious warriors, while their fur provides the best non-technical camouflage in existence. Most of the Vargs imprisoned here are war criminals. Image caption: Demon, Meg Archives. The name of this creature can never be spoken using human language. All attempts to speak the word result in debilitating, choking fits and temporary delirium, as if the name itself is cursed. For this reason, the phonetics of the word have been replaced by the generic term demon. Demons are the same size as California condors in the front rooms, standing 138 centimeters, 4.5 feet, tall, with a wingspan of 276 centimeters, 9 feet. They can become invisible for short periods, with an aura that paralyzes prey. Victims can be, quote-unquote, possessed and controlled. Image caption: Tatat, Meg Archives. Tatats are meter-tall amphibious assassins whose poisonous skin is toxic to most biological life forms across the multiverse. They are masters at collecting and concentrating the toxins from their glands to craft specific lethalities for hire. Image caption: Aelok, transforming to human. Meg Archives. Aeloks are true, quote-unquote, shapeshifters, capable of replicating human beings and humanoids. This is why Wanderers are scanned before the level 243 portals can be opened. They will attempt to befriend Wanderers to the detriment of the humans. Aeloks are not biological entities as we understand them. They feed differently. Do's and don'ts. Do: escape this level immediately to stay alive. Move quickly and quietly. Stealth is your friend. Find the nearest portal. They appear as luminous squares. Wait for the portal to blink red and glow green again before entering. Don't. Stand still without good reason. Keep moving. Make unnecessary noise. Try to explore the level. Befriend other wanderers found here. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Wanderers can only enter the dangerous region of this level by no-clipping. Exits. Portals provide the only escape from the dangerous section of this level. Once outside of the hazardous region, lost wanderers can be directed to physical exits and other levels by the staff at Outpost Sanctuary. The perimeter of level 234 is encompassed by a thick but harmless mist. Among the physical exits, there are 4 rope constructions. Climbing up a rope connected to the top of a tree will no-clip you to level 369, Comely. Climb down the long rope ladder and drop to level 710, Ring and Ruins. You should be able to see the community at Harbinger Lake in the distance. The ladder will disappear when you let go. Follow the shaky rope bridge through the fog and emerge on level 414, Hortus Aeternus. Seek out the Everspring Atrium. Like the ladder, the bridge will vanish when you step off. Use the rope ferry and pull yourself along across the water on a small floating platform to level 422, to be at sea. There is a pattern developing here. Step off the platform and it is gone. Wanderers are strongly encouraged to report any other exits that they might discover.